those too, particularly if you buy my book, The Gratitude Journal. God got me back in the waterfall for doing a tacky sales pitch. So here's the thing, just my gift is love and laughter. I go out and I talk to women and men if they're willing to listen. I appreciate your brother in the back with the snappy hat on. I appreciate you looking like a pimp just a little bit. I appreciate you, pimp daddy. Pimp swag. You got your swag. And to young girls about being comfortable in your skin and being all right with who you are. As I look back in my life, every time I just showed up as me, it worked. I went to the high school of performing arts. I felt like I didn't belong. I went to Brooklyn Technical High School. I showed up as me, it worked. I showed up as me, as Sinclair. I didn't. Sinclair is a piece of who I am. I'm smarter than she is. She's not dumb. She just, she marches to the beat of her own drum. But every time I show up and just be me, it absolutely works. And I'm going to recommend that you do it too. It's way easy. It's a whole lot less work. It comes down to also me deciding to take this natural journey. Like I said, I was spending a whole lot of money on hair. I had a box of hair that lived under my bed. It's a box, you one of them Bed Bath & Beyond boxes, so I could slide it up under the bed, slide it out. And I bought expensive hair, and I had 4 colors in my hair when I finally finished. Sinclair had 4 colors. The 1B, the 2B, the brown, and I had a color that I would dye called sparkling cherry. What? Hours and hours and thousands of dollars, and I had to buy the good stuff, right? And I started saying to myself, I'm ready for a change, but I don't know what that change is. I knew that going back to a relaxer was not really, I just didn't want that. I had done my relaxers in the 80s. My mother, I love her, but she didn't know what to do with my hair, so the whole thing is, let's just put that thing away. It's hurting people. Put that thing away. Like it's a monster or something. We don't know what to do with it, so let's just put it away. And that's what her generation knew. Like, just diet, slide, and put it away before it hurts somebody. Right? And so then I went through my 80s big weaves, and I had the giant weaves. The big Vanity 6 weaves. Remember Vanity 6? That was really her hair, but the rest of us got it all braided in. And, I had a place that you go to, and it must have been kind of like buying drugs or something, because you would say, yeah, I came to get some hair, some Indonesian wavy, like wait outside. Thank you. Let me get 6 ounces Indonesian wavy. Thank you. Yeah, what? It was out in the open like it is today. All right, I went through that, and I went through the phase of wearing the braids. And then I said, I'm ready for something new, but I don't want to go back to what's old. A weave wasn't a choice. Unless now we know that weaves are protective styling. That's what we call it now. Protective styling. When I need to protect my hair, when I get a weave, it's a protective styling. Because the truth is, underneath that, I'm protecting my own hair. And that's the conversation that it's all about. So I started watching YouTube channels late at night. YouTube. And I'm in love with all those YouTube rock stars. And most of them are young, and most of them are happy about their hair. Hi, my name is Shamisha, and I just got out the shower, and this is my hair, and I'm going to do my hair for you. This is my shrinkage, and I learned so much. These little girls out the shower, like, I'm sorry, this is my towel. I'm not really naked, this is my towel, okay? Like, Shamisha is a queen. And Shamisha has more confidence about herself and her hair than I have ever had. And they were all amazing. They would try different products and do the little rating. And they had more. I had a little YouTube channel. Some of them had thousands and thousands of hits. I'm like, Shamisha got 10,000 hits. I got 2, and I'm Kim Coles. And I fell in love with these girls. I would sit up and watch till 3 o'clock in the morning and go, do I dare? Mind you, I don't even know what my hair does, because I haven't seen my hair in years because we put it away. With my braids, we would actually, everybody talks about the big chop. I kept my hair, my own hair, very, very short. So the braid could be short, so the rest of the hair could be long. So I've been BCing for years, not even know. I said, just cut it off. I'm not doing anything with it. Cut it off and braid it in. I didn't know what my hair would do. I had no idea. So December 2010, I said, I'm going to take the plunge. I went out and I bought a couple of wigs. I said, just in case this goes terribly, terribly wrong, I'm going to have a wig to slap on my head. And I prepared. I told my hair braider, let my hair grow. So for 2 years, she did not cut my hair. We just let it grow so I could have a little bit of length on it, something. Just when I take this all down. And that's the other thing I should share too. We never took my whole head down. Maybe once in 20 years did I take my whole head down. And I was like, oh, put that back away. I don't know what to do with this. We do it in sections. So I would do the front, and go do the back, and do like whenever it was a bird's nest, got really fuzzy, we would go into that part. So I never saw my whole head since the 1992 or something. December 26th, the day after Christmas, 2010. And at the time, and I never tell people this, I was also in a really bad relationship at the same time. And he was living with me. And by this time, we had moved him into the den because it was clear that it was over. You go stay in the den. So here I had this moody man who knew he was on his way out, living in my den. And me with this head of hair that I didn't want anymore, that was weighing me down, even though it was quality hair. It was quality. $200 a quality in LA. They get away with doing that in LA. I cut my braids, and I actually made a YouTube video about it. So I'm going to take the plunge tonight. And I was amazed at what I bought 2 wigs, and I bought a bunch of products, just all kinds of things, everything I had heard about. I had it all lined up. And I let my hair stay wet, and I started combing products in it, and my hair started to coil up. Like, yay! We're free! Hooray! I was like, oh my God, my hair is curly, coily. It makes the sound of that. It's mine, and it's beautiful as it is. The other thing I'm going to say that I did, and I'm going to pass this on to anybody, when I was watching the YouTube videos, I began to gravitate towards the girls whose hair I thought mine really didn't look like. So if you have that conversation around typing, and there's 3C and 3D and 3W and 8B, C, D, E, F, G, whatever. But there's a point where I began to go, stop looking at them girls with them coils that do this. That's not what your hair do. You know enough to know that's not what your hair do. So start watching the girls whose hair is a little kinky or a little coily or a little spongier. You know that much. And I started paying attention, and so I did some of the techniques, and I loved it. The next day I went and got color, because I'm very gray. I told you I'm 52. I'm very gray. By the way, I'm natural, but this is not natural color. I'm going to tell the truth. And I have no problem with it. Don't you judge me. It's gray. And then I went and got it colored. And then I took a picture of the top of my head, and I sent it to my mother. And my mother said, oh, Kimmy, your hair is so curly. Even my own mother didn't remember what my hair was. And I don't judge her either. I know she loved me, but we've been hiding it and putting it away and batting down the hatches for so long that she didn't know that it's actually coily, kinky hair. I fell in love with it, and I let Afrobella, you guys know Afrobella online, I let her have the exclusive, which, by the way, my Hollywood publicist was very upset. We could have put this in Essence. This could have been in Ebony. I was like, no. I did grassroots with this. I want to stay grassroots with this. I thought a big Hollywood publicist. Gave it to Afrobella, a girl who I fell in love with online too. And I said, do you mind being the one to tweet this out and talk about this? And we'll let Essence and Ebony and all of them have it later. But this, I wanted to keep it in the community. You feel me? It was the best thing I could have ever done. I feel free. There's some days, me and the humidity, I'm loving being in your city, but me and the humidity are not happy together. But I've embraced it. That's just like one of the ladies on the panel said, shrinkage is real. It's real. And I've learned to enjoy that too. And sometimes I'll take a blow dryer and let it, sort of go along. The great news about LA is it's almost always dry. And so I let it do its thing, and if it wants to shrink up, it shrinks up. This is a coil out. I rock a coil out a lot because it's more carefree for me. I can let this last for a week or two. It makes me happy. I thought that I was not going to get a man with this hair. An actress whose name I will not mention, who wears weaves all the time. If y'all were filming, I'd tell you her name, Niecy Nash. We went out to dinner one time, and Niecy said, so that's your hair. And she rocks it. When I tell you the quality here, she's rocking, it ain't no joke. It ain't no joke. She said, so how are the boys finding this? How are the boys? And at the time, I have to admit, the boys had not found me. I had become a little bit more invisible. Because an LA man wants it long and swing, because that's what he's used to. Everybody has long and swinging hair. It's sort of a prerequisite. You get off the plane, they're going to give you a bag of hair. It needs to be long. You need to wear 7-inch heels, and you need to be that thing, even if that ain't you. That's the beauty standard there. It just is. And I could tell there were men who were like, this kinky thing. I don't know what this is. I'm cool with you. But I told her I will find my guy. Actually, I knew that it was going to be an East Coast man. I said, my man is on the East Coast. He's going to love my pinky hair. So he's not here. I don't care. I got close. My man is from Houston, so that's right down south. So I asked him, I said, do you like my hair? He says, I love your hair. It's beautiful just the way it is. I love it. For real? For real? I thought I had to do that. He said, that would be nice on you too, but this I like. Right on. I'm keeping you. I just might marry him. I'm working on it. We're working on it. He said, I love it. I love it the way it is. And I was worried that because I couldn't do this. The thing is that my hair doesn't do this. It doesn't do that. This is what it does. And it's wonderful as it is. And there are people who don't like it, who question it. And you all, I'm preaching to the choir. I'm sure you can each have your own journey of making this decision, and somebody who supported you and somebody who didn't, or people saying, you know, how are you going to get a job like that? I'm going to get a job because I'm professional. And I'm going to wear this in a professional way. I'm going to wear it in a way that's comfortable so they understand it. Can I touch your hair? Go ahead, Becky, you may touch it. It's going to be a little greasy, but go ahead and touch it. Wow, look at what it does. I know, right? I was trying to do this, which is what your hair does, and this is what you want all along. Unbelievable. It's funny. I had a casting director one time look at me and then look at my hair and look at me and look at my hair and say, so is this like a Jill Scott kind of thing? A Jill Scott kind of thing. I had another casting director. I was growing up to read to be a mom on a Disney show. And I started to read, and she said, I'm going to stop you. And luckily, I had worked with this woman before, so it's okay for her to say this. She said, I'm going to say this to you. There is no Disney mom that looks like that. Come back tomorrow with a little wig on, a little straight wig, because that's what Disney mom, you will have a better chance of getting this job if you're willing to wear a little Disney mom. This is cute, but there ain't no Disney moms that look like that. So I went to the hood, I drove straight to the hood, and I bought myself a little Disney mom wig. I still didn't get the job. But I have that wig if I have an audition for that, and I have no problem with that because I know who I am. I'm happy with who I am. This is how I look on a regular day, and if they hired me, Disney mom would have showed up. Jeremy, you sit down immediately. Give me a Disney mom check, and I'm off. Wig off and on my way. You do what you gotta do. The gift is doing you. The other thing I'll tell you is that if you look at people in Hollywood, I'm going to share with you that one of the reasons why you don't see more natural girls in Hollywood is because there are not a whole lot of hairstylists who know what to do with our hair. And so you see people rocking the wigs and the relaxer and the straightening, and that's just because it's easier, because you have to look the same on set all day long. We know how our hair changes. My hair looks different now than it did when I walked in the room. So for consistency's sake, a lot of them wear wigs or weaves or something just to contain it because they have to look the same. And I'm not mad at them too, but you'd be surprised. There's a lot of girls who up under all that and go like, me too, girl, me too. It's wonderful. And they're just doing what's right for them. So I wanted to share part of this message with you. I don't even know where I'm just talking and carrying on. Let me see where I'm at. Where I'm at. Look, I'm black. Where I'm at. My mother's a teacher. She'd be very upset. I'm behind that preposition. I wanted to share this story with you because I found me. I'm happy with me. It's okay to be you. People will look at you and go, Jackie, the actress Jackie, said, you brave, girl. You brave. I was like, brave? I didn't know I was brave. Wonder Woman is brave. Superwoman is brave. I'm just Kim Combs. You brave. Because it takes courage and bravery to what? Just be your own natural African self? What? I love this movement. And I think it's more than a movement. I think it's a revolution. I think more and more women are going towards it. And I think it's beautiful. We're learning what to do with it and how to work it and how to just say, this is me. I love it. And it is tied in with being my authentic self and tied in with being your authentic self. And I learned to embrace the satin pillowcase. I eventually took the bonnet off. I was like, I can't, this new brother in my life, he can't see the bonnet at first. Have you ever done that? Like, I would sleep with the bonnet and take it off before morning, though. And after a while, I was like, see him on a Saturday because he shouldn't have to see the bonnet. But that's real too. You like the way I look, it requires a bonnet at night. Love you, good night. Turn the lights off so I can put my bonnet on. I actually dated a man who found the bonnet very sexy. I'm not going to go into that. So after I was depressed, after I came out of it, after I realized that my gift is just sharing love and laughter, and after I realized that I just need to go and share my love and laughter with the rest of the world, I realized that there's other people who go through it too. And maybe I should use my gift to help bring you out of that place of not knowing what you're best at and not celebrating you. So I developed this whole project and initiative called Open the Gifts. Open the Gifts. And knowing that each and every one of us is a gift, each and every one of us has a gift inside of us, and what would the world be like if we all shared our amazing gift? And then because I thought I was clever, I made it an acronym. Gratitude, which we've already talked about a little bit, intention,